no limit. Does anyone play like 2040 no limit in here? Ten 20? 50 100? You guys are trolling. You guys really play 50 100?
50 100, man. That's some intense shit, dude. That's having like you have to have a high bankroll to play that much.
Enormous.
Yeah, like you have to be rich.
This guy played 20 40 pounds before. That's huge. I used to play 10. I played 10 20 for them. 10 20 is huge too.
I remember playing one. The highest I ever played was 510, and I felt like no, actually, I think it was 1020.
Go
it was something ridiculous, but I don't know. I always just feel like I get outbetted by those stakes because I'm like playing really pussy. You know what I mean? Like if you don't, I don't know. If you actually like if those kind of stakes mean like a lot to you, like you're gonna play a lot different than if you're playing a lower stake where it doesn't mean that much.
Yeah, after I won a bunch of times in a row. Oh god, I'm gonna change
Went to a huge stake? Did you go to a huge stake after you won?
Yeah, and then I played. I was so scared the whole time. I played that shit.
Yeah, you were just like playing conservative as fuck, like barely calling anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You should never do that, dude.
Okay. Now let's see. Okay. Rogue demo lock, dude. And they look like they're AFK. They look like they're playing AFK. Cheap shot on the fly, dude. I'm gonna one-shot this rug.
This guy actually just lined me there.
Oh,
you trinket it?
Dude, turn on this rug. Give it.
Yeah. Go. 100 0.
100 0 right here.
Lock Pally. It's over.
Here we go. Now this should only take a moment.
I'll figure after this half time. Lock's gonna kill us, dude. Demon Soul.
I stole that shit. One shot, Swifty. Oh damn it.
Swifty in.
No, I'm actually gonna. Oh, don't kill me yet. I want to get my super absorb and then just try and one shot the Pally. All right, try and one shot Pally.
One shotting.
One shotting Pally. Yo, Velsa, what's up, man? You seem pretty quiet.
What's going on, man?
You in the zone, dude?
Yeah, I was sending a text message that game, my bad.
And they were pretty hard.
Yeah, they were.
Some real challengers today, man. 18 and 0. Good job, guys. But yeah, dude. I think.
Do you even 3-bet? Of course, man. I think I'm a noob.
I think poker's really fun. I get really angry sometimes. Like, you know, you just get really pissed that somebody's sucking out on you and you just want to call them a fucking huge.
I actually lost in the most annoying hand ever. Okay, so guys, I think this is a pretty decent strat. Okay, I'm a pretty young guy, so I'm always see some bluffing. So anytime I get a huge monster hand, I just bet right out. You know, I don't try to be like a fucking old retard with check with my huge monster hands. I just bet right out. Sometimes I overbet too. Anyways, just right on the flop. So I had a hand like this.
What'd you have? I can't.
I'm about to show. I'm gonna. Wait. Where's the hand? No. Oh, it's got it. Okay, watch this. I had a hand like this, where I had queens, and this guy had. Okay. It looked like this. This either had. Okay, it was like this. Now, I flopped the nuts. There's a flush draw. It was like.
I'm gonna watch
like
this.
Okay. Okay, it was like that, right? So this guy flopped a fucking. He thinks he had open-ended straight flush draw, but really he doesn't have that many odds against that guy. He has no. This guy has both sides of it. Can this guy? Wait, how can this guy?
Fuck, I got an ad.
Hold on. Is this wrong? This guy can only tie with this guy, right? No, this guy can't do anything. How can this guy win? I don't understand. I'm gonna show how retarded I am right now. I can't see how this guy can win right now. Oh, if he hits it straight without the flush, okay. Straight without the flush and no full house. So if it comes like that, and then like that, then he wins. Okay, that's rare as fuck. Anyways, straight without a flush and no full house, he wins. 16%. That seems like a big percent to me. It has to be ace or 6 without the flush and no full house coming. Okay, anyways, it's 17%, I guess. So I had a hand like this. I just bet right pre-flopped. For some reason, this idiot raised. This guy called. I re-raised them like 4 times, whatever it was. They both called. And then flop comes, and I just bet right out, like over the like. I looked like a retard. It was like $100 in the pot. I bet like 120, and I just flopped them nuts, you know. And then this guy raises me. This guy calls him, and then at this point I'm like, okay, fuck this. I just went all in, and it was like, this guy raised me to 300. This guy just flat called him like 300, and then I had like 900, and this guy had 900, and this guy had like 600 or something. I went all in 900. They both call, and then they have each other's hearts, you know, and I have a heart. It's pretty rare I'm gonna lose this. You know. I'm winning 62% of the time. I just lose. I mean, it's not a big deal to get sucked out, but it ruined my whole day because something like this will happen. I'll just ruin the whole day. There wasn't really many ways to go around it to avoid it. You know. I could call and lose. I could call flat call 300, and then I don't want to fold on the turn either. I could still get a full house too. So even if it comes over. Lost 900, not a big deal, but it's a big deal that I didn't win 3,000 or whatever was in the pot total.
Wait, you said you had the ace-high heart draw, or you had the
No,
queens?
I have the queen.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that sucks, but you have to think if there's two hearts that's what they're chasing after when they
No, of
call
course.
and bet and shit. Yeah.
No, of course, but
And
what are you gonna do?
mathematically, you're to win, but I mean, if you were in their spot, you'd probably, if you were feeling like, I don't know, would you make that call with the heart draw? The ace-high?
Well, they didn't just call it. This guy raised because it's smart
Well,
to
if
raise.
you went all in, and
It's
would
smart
you
to
call?
raise with. Oh, would I call 3 ways?
Where with the ace-high heart draw?
Well, this guy, if no one else has a heart draw, it seems good to call because he's an open-ended straight flush draw. But he doesn't know that this guy is actually fucking his outs. He just has the straight draw and nothing else.
Well, yeah,
And-
yeah.
and
But
then-
I think with the ace-high draw, I'm gonna call 3-way.
Yeah,
because
three-way it's decent because usually you think
Yeah.
you have like, it's decent.
And you
but
have a
usually-
chance
it's
to
not.
win
It's
all.
not good ever because even if they don't have a set, if I just have ace queen, look, he still has shit chance to win. Look, I have a set, but if I just have ace queen, just top pair, 3 ways is still his money. He's not getting his money in that good. If this guy didn't have this, he's getting his money in fine 3 ways.
But he's getting his money in 3 ways, though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
3 ways you want 33% or more chance to win. So usually you'd have 36. If this guy has some random shit, no hearts, and I don't have a heart like this, then I'm pretty sure he's gonna have 36%. So this guy has this, 37. Okay, so yeah, right around what I said. So now you're getting your money in all right. But that's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
I guess ace queen isn't the best case scenario. The best case scenario is king queen, then he can still hit his ace. Oh wait, he can't hit his ace right here? Why did that not change it? Oh wait, his ace gives this guy straight. Okay. Can't really change it. Okay, well anyways. The best
Wait,
case
so-
scenario, pretty much 36% for him.
So, but one guy had the actual like straight flush draw, like he had when
Yeah.
in that hand that you played. He did.
Yeah, but the other guy had both his straight flush outs. He had both. Yeah. He could only hit his straight to win.
Yeah.
And usually you think you can hit your
And the
flush.
hearts won, right?
The hearts one, yeah.
Okay. Well, what was the heart that came?
Rec, he thinks he is 60%? No, he's never going to think he's 60%. Best case scenario, he's 50. Best case scenario is like this. If you go against a guy who has this, and you have an ace-high draw, okay? Best case scenario, you have ace. You can hit your ace or your hearts. You're a little under 50-50. If you can hit 2 cards, if he has ace-king high draw, and I have queen-jack, then he's a slight favorite. Best case scenario, you know, you only have a flush draw and 2 overcards, you're a slight favorite to this guy. But in this situation, 3 ways like that, he's never gonna be a favorite. If he's best he can hope for is 36%, which is only getting your money slightly good. If they have a set, you know, they can, since they can hit a full house, it lowers your percent a lot, down to 25. See, because you can hit your straight like that, you can hit your flush like that, and then they could just hit any of these cards, and you lose. Or 5, or this 5, or this 3, or this 2, or this 5, or this 3, or this 2. You know, so even after you hit your flush, they have another 22% to get it back. And they could hit their full house right on the turn, and you're drawing dead. Keep up. I mean, a lot of you who play poker are like, why am I going over this basic shit? But yeah, I know this is really simple, the percents and stuff, but... Why is my stream lagging? I don't think it's lagging. They don't know what they're calling you with, so you can't put odds out there. Yeah, I know, but even if I just had ace-queen, then... Look, you know, I understand this guy calling. If I had this guy's hand, I actually feel better than this guy. You know, it depends. This guy's actually ends up being in a worse spot because this guy has his flush covered. I understand them both calling. I could see them both calling, but obviously I'm a huge favorite and I lose. But and that happens in poker all the time, and it's fine when that happens when you play online, because you just do it 1,000 times. And then in the end, you're winning.
Warrior.
It doesn't matter, you know, 60%, you get it in 60% chance to win.
Warrior trinketed, feared me, and trinketing. He's going hard on you.
Yeah, big ring. He trinketed into that too.
I'm gonna get
I can't help.
Getting trapped.
I got it actually, with reflect.
Am I okay? Am I okay? He's gonna charge me.
You're okay.
Let's go hard hunter right here, hard hunter.
No, Pally.
You sure? Okay.
You're okay.
You're done, you're done.
Okay.
Am I?
Yeah, I'm spam healing you, dude. Like.
You have to go to mastery, dude. Kill him before he bubbles.
Watch out, I
He's
get
gonna bubble,
now.
I'm gonna cut him back.
I might block.
Yeah, you might. Good block.
I'm
I killed that hunter.
Wow, dude. Can you let me play?
No.
No. Yeah, dude, I need to sleep soon.
They're a real team.
They're actually kind of real.
Alright, so what did I want to say? Oh, what I'm saying is, I know if you play online, there's no need to complain about suckouts, because you could just play, you could multi-table a smaller stakes, and play fucking tens of thousands of hands, and it doesn't matter when you get sucked out on that much, because, you know, it'll happen to you like you'll have that situation 1,000 times and you come out ahead by far, but when you play it in real life and it's slow as fuck, slow pace, and that shit happens to you like if you get a little unlucky and that shit happens to you like 3 times in a row, you get fucked, you know? You can't play online in the US, yeah. This is somewhat true too, yeah. You're awesome. Thanks, man. How do I like these bear dynamics? Do my ears ever start to hurt? No, because it's so big around your ears it doesn't touch you. It doesn't, see, look. It doesn't really touch your ear. It's so fat. So it doesn't, like, bend your ear at all. Or... You missed Q, idiot? No, I didn't. That scared me, though. Were you trolling? It scared me, dude. Play some Tetris? I could. How much is this headset? It's expensive. It's like 180. It's not really expensive. Like, there's some Sennheisers people said I should get that with 450. But I felt a little Jew buying that. Even though I'm making a lot streaming, I just started making a lot. You know, I've only been streaming for about a month and a half, so I don't feel like a rich person yet, even though I'm making a good amount of money. Yeah, I trolled hard. Which I think about Forge, I haven't played it since when I was helping develop it in the early alpha. So So I'm not sure how it is now. It was pretty good. But, not amazing. It was pretty good. I just got a $151 donation from Matt in Australia. Holy shit. That was 22 minutes ago. I just saw it right now. That's my top donator, obviously. Matt. That's from Australia. Thanks, Matt. He didn't leave a message at all. Matt, if you wanted to leave me a message, just send an email to that same email that you sent that to, or you know, whatever question you had or anything. I got $3 from Bilchenko also. Hey Redfall, I heard you are very good. You have a very good Wi-Fi router. Can you add to Twitch description router model? Oh no, I don't even have a router right now. I'm just hooked up directly to my modem. But I know some of my friends have really good routers that just automatically change your IP when you get DDoS. But it's not too hard to do. If you learn how to do it, you just go in and change your MAC address. Wait, where am I listening to this music from? Oh, it's my playlist. Okay. It's a song Pam sent me a long time ago. Listen to this. Upbeat a little bit. I do like that other song, but... Okay, that was Bilchenko. I like that name. From Russia. Of course. Can I donate 193 pounds? Yes. I'm looking for a new headset. What do you recommend under $100? Shit. You should ask the stream. They know better than me. I don't know. I've only used those two headsets. So
Either of these niggas. Yo, get on the maze, nigga. Get on the maze.
Yo,
nigga. Oh shit,
the
Dilly, I
maze.
forgot to pull out my pet, homie. Hold
Shit.
on.
Oh man, we don't even got a pet, yo.
Yo! You come on the
I got
lock,
a pet,
homie!
homie.
Yo.
Yo.
No, you said you're going to eat. You said
Yo,
go me.
silence on the pad, nigga. Silence.
Yo,
Pop
alright,
it a
homie.
stampede. Pop it a stampede.
Yo, I feed that patty, bitch! Yo, my nigga, he blocked! Yo, I got that shit off!
Get the block.
I got Pally, I got Pally.
Yo, he ultra timed off! Yo, he outplayed me, man! I'm gonna jump
I
back up!
tried to trap the nigga.
Yeah, I pulled him back up to where he was, yo!
Did that nigga get trapped?
Celia, I'm
Yo,
here.
Celia, this guy's lagging, homie! I can't hear him! Celia, look at that! Celia, I'm deep full, man!
Yo.
Yo,
What's going on this?
Celia! You spilled me one time!
Get on the pony. Get on this pony.
Celia, what the fuck, man? This guy has fucking demon soul up. You're just gonna let him cast him. You need a CC!
Get on the warlock,
Yo, where
nigga.
did the major go?
Nigga, get on the warlock.
Yo!
Yo, full scatter trap on Paladin.
Shit, homie, he's done that scatter trap!
I silenced the ring,
You
nigga.
gotta get
good,
that
nigga.
scatter!
You good.
Yo, can I get Pally?
Full tap on the
Oh,
pony.
Do that 6B!
Oh, nigga.
Full tap on that pony. No, go pony. Go on, pony.
Come on, you go to that pony down there? Shit, I'm really coming down there, homie!
Yo, pop this step.
My nigga, yo, shit! Zelia, you need to spell me, man!
I don't have the soul.
Bubble, Celia, bubble. Silence the frostbone, nigga. Yo, kill this lock pony. The lock pony. He's a pony.
Yo, he's done! Your pony's done, homie! Execute, Zelia!
He's dead. Popping a stampede. That was really bad. It's not Mexican. Fucking impression. It worked.
That was probably annoying more than anything.
Go ahead,
It's
man.
so funny because
Go
it's
ahead.
real.
Go ahead, my nigga. Popping a stampede,
Yo,
nigga.
Celia, you didn't even dispel me one time, man. I'm just saying the full sheet, my nigga. What you want me to do? You want me to deter the sheets, homie?
Man,
You
I
need
got
to turn?
full. You don't dispel me. Dude, son, my spell was on cooldown. Like, what?
You're really good, Celia! Wait, that's not bad! That's not a bad Celia. That team was 1300, my nigga. See how hard it is when you don't dispel me? I can't take 1300 team. Gotta take that long to beat, man. The fuck, man? Can you dispel one time, Mitch?
Yo, good games, dude. I'm passing the fuck out, dude.
All right, see you guys. GG's Valiant, Mitch.
Yo, dude, take a bong hit for me, man.
I just took a bong hit.
I got a pee, my nigga.
ago.
Alright, yo.
just did.
Yo, thanks for watching stream, guys. Love you all. Have a
See
yummy
ya.
rest of your Saturday.
Oh, the mic was muted.
Check this shit.
Yo, I was trying to talk. I was saying, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen next because Mitch just left in the pod. I was wondering if you guys liked it, and I was asking where my hair went. Look, I have no hair. Look at that guy. That guy's cute. There's two of me.
The fuck, man?
Damn.
What that mean, man?
Alright. I'll leave it on and see what happens.
I don't even know what that means.
You guys want me to leave it on, right?
Got a $2 donation from Matthew. He from Australia. And I also got some questions for you. I have a question about threes. My hunter is rank 1 and my feral's rank 1. What? My hunter is rank 1, feral rank 1, and they have played with each other since season 4. People to play with. You do not have a good healer and grab me one day. Since I'm only a 2300 holy pally, we lost several games and proceeded to tell me that it was them and not me. Nevertheless, I can't feel like I'm not on par with them. Every team we face over 2200, it drags out and then we end up dying. Mage Shadow Priest Rest Druid or Rest Time. He fucks us over in a deep hard switch. I can't do anything about it. Hunters and Memon, he refuses to go cookie cutter BM. Any tips for us breaking past 2300 or 2400 bracket of Mage's Shadow Priest? If you're 2300 playing with an MM Hunter, you're doing really fucking well. So I think you should feel good. Sometimes comp, even if you play perfectly, or no one plays perfectly. I don't have a game where I play perfectly yet on my warrior. No one plays. You can always look back and see some mistakes, but you can have games where you play 90%. You do almost everything correct, you know, and you lose to a team who made several mistakes. It's just comp. It comes down to comp a lot of times. And if you're playing with an MM hunter and you're 2300, you should feel good and you're doing well. So don't worry about it. Getting past those. Mage Shadow Priest teams can be really hard as a pally. They can swap to you and kill you pretty easily. Any tips? You could try to pop that. I don't know exactly what it is, but pally stuff's on 40% less magic damage thing. I think you have to pop it before you get stunned, right? So when you predict you're seeing the deep coming, you pop that. If you can pop it while you're stunned, then that's easy mode. But I don't think you can do that. I think you have to see it coming and pop that before. That's the only tip I have. Or Master reduces damage by something, right? So pop that before you get fucked up, just for the damage reduction. I don't play Holy Pally, but also, you know, positioning. Just play 40 yards against those teams and pop out for a second, over and over. Thanks for answering, means a lot. No problem.
$23 for like 30, like 30 full kills and 23 kills just mine. And bro, I got like 150 SR and one. It was gold 1. I was like, huh? It's like, bro, what?
That's insane. I think everybody on your team got the same.
What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today, let's get started with Charles Oliveira talks about Ilia Topuria loss. In the main event at UFC 317, Charles Oliveira was on the wrong end of a highlight reel knockout at the hands of Ilia Topuria. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel. This week, Dubront reflected on the fight and the loss during a Portuguese-speaking interview with AG Fight. revealing that when the fight started, he abandoned his game plan. I would change everything, not in training, but in the fight. Everything I trained, I didn't put into practice. I didn't do any of what I trained for. Everything that we did, nothing was done within the fight. It's been a lot of years in there. I had never been knocked out like that. Oliveira also opened up on the confusion caused by the knockout, which he said is something he hadn't experienced throughout his career. I asked several times what happened, how I was, where I was. Diego and my wife, the family, everyone was there. Calm down, breathe. Then we talked, and I said, no, it's fine. But it had never really happened like that. It's bad, but it's part of it. While the loss has knocked Oliveira down to number 3 on the UFC's lightweight rankings, the former champion is eager to get back in the octagon and return to the win column. During the interview, he expressed an interest in running things back with Max Holloway, who he fought way back, releases fighters from the UFC. This week, several fighters were removed from the UFC's active roster. According to the automated UFC roster tracker, Viviane Araújo, Jordan Vucenic, Angelusa, and Trevin Giles have all been released from the UFC. Araújo was coming off a loss to Tracy Cortez at the end of June, which dropped her to just 2-3 in her last 5, while Vucenic went 0-2 during his time with the promotion. Lusa, on the other hand, parts ways with the UFC on a 2-fight skid, while Trevin Giles heads into free agency in the midst of a 3-fight skid. Fans particularly weren't happy with Lusa and Vucenic being released, with Adam Martin writing, "No, not Lusa, the fight with Rowe was so good." Others argued Vucenic's case, with one fan expressing confidence he'll be back in the UFC's roster again soon. Jordan Vucenic deserved way better UFC arrival than this. I'm sure he'll be back soon. As Andy Hickey concluded, Jordan Vucenic cut from the UFC, yet we have to suffer 200 random Americans in the UFC because they live close to venues. As we've seen in the past, fighters who get released can work their way back into the UFC, like Modestas Bukauskas. However, the road back to the octagon has proven to be tough for plenty of other fighters. We have a favor to ask. Help us reach 200,000 subscribers on MMA Zone by subscribing and turning on notifications for daily MMA content. Seriously, we rarely miss a day. What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today, let's get started with Jon Jones re-enters USADA testing pool. If you thought you finally heard the last about if and who Jon Jones will fight next, because Bones has retired, well, you'd be wrong. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel. It's not even been 2 weeks yet since Jones ended all the relentless speculation as to whether he would fight Tom Aspinall by confirming he was hanging up the gloves. The confirmation was in line with what many had been predicting for months would be the case. Bones is done fighting. So what changed? Well, if you missed it, recently American President Donald Trump announced that plans are underway to have the UFC hold a card on the White House grounds in 2026. Clearly, this has piqued the interest of Jones, so much so, he's thinking about fighting again. Via social media, not only did Bones hint that he's interested in fighting on that card, he reported he's re-entered the testing pool. So could we actually see Jon Jones and Aspinall fight after all? It's possible, but a lot has to fall into place before that happens. Not only will it require Jones actually ending his retirement and agree to fight Aspinall, who knows what could transpire between now and then in the cage. Could Aspinall lose? Could he get injured and be ineligible for the White House card? Will the White House card actually happen? What do you think? Could Bones actually return for one more fight? And will he seek out a scrap with Aspinall? Not only did the White House match pique Jon Jones' interest, but as we've been reporting, Conor McGregor is also teasing his comeback fight and seems to be more motivated than ever in recent years to be on this card. He tweeted this morning saying, "My accuracy is my superpower. Most do not know this, but in my right eye, I have 20/10 vision. I am the 1% of humans that has this. In my left, I am 20/20. Accuracy is final. I've most KOs of all by a long shot, and I've been chilling on my yachts the last 4 years. To return at the White House with my sniper accuracy would be a very intriguing offer and would bring me back into focus on my return correctly." Do you think a match in front of the White House will get Conor McGregor and Jon Jones back into the octagon and on the same card? That would be massive if it ever happens. Arman Tsarukyan fires back at Ilia Topuria. Yesterday, we reported a back and forth between Ilia Topuria and Arman Tsarukyan. It started with Arman going on X and saying, Fun fact of the day, Ilia Topuria never fought anyone in their prime. Ilia saw those comments and responded to Arman during a press conference in Spain yesterday. To summarize everything, Ilia Topuria basically called out Arman for not fighting Islam and pulling out due to a back injury. Ilia even went as far as to say that he would have never missed that opportunity and would have fought for the belt with one arm. Well, Arman Sarukian saw those comments and fired back with another fun fact of the day. He went on X and said, "Another fun fact, Topuria regularly misses weight, so spare us the fairy tale about fighting with one arm. You pulled out from fighting Charles Jourdain, hermanito. Hermanito meaning little brother in Spanish." Arman tweeted that with pictures of Ilia Topuria missing weight for UFC 270 in 2022, missing weight for a championship fight for Cage Warriors, and a random conspiracy theory video on Ilia Topuria supposedly missing weight for UFC 317, but the UFC is covering it up. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on this situation? Would you be interested in seeing these two fight? Let us know in the comments below. Robert Whittaker predicts Khamzat versus DDP and talks retirement. Khamzat Chimaev continues to be the betting line favorite for his upcoming scrap with Dricus du Plessis. But one man who knows what it's like to battle both middleweights, the legendary Robert Whittaker, doesn't agree with those odds. After going 8-0 in the Octagon 2 date, Chimaev has been tapped to fight the champion at UFC 319 on August 16th. Because of his UFC run and because he's destroyed almost every opponent he's faced, Boers is a slight favorite to claim the title. As noted, however, some pundits and fighters have expressed that they see the fight unfolding in favor of DDP. Case in point, Whittaker had this to say when asked by Fox Sports Australia for his prediction. "Honestly, I'd have to say Dricus would be a favorite. He probably is a favorite, but I think I'm leaning towards Dricus. The question, the whole thing can be summed up, Chimaev will take him down. It's will he finish him before he gets back up? That's the million-dollar question, because if he doesn't finish him on the ground, I think he loses." It is an interesting point, and we've heard other fighters make similar predictions. Sean Strickland, for example, made it clear he thinks DDP will hear and still at UFC 319. If Chimaev cannot take DDP out early, like he did with Whittaker, will Boers' undefeated record be in serious jeopardy? What do you think? Whittaker himself is preparing to battle Rainier de Ruyter at the UFC's July 26 card in Abu Dhabi. It'll mark the first time that Bobby Knuckles has fought since he was submitted by Chimaev in October. While discussing his future and how much longer he sees himself fighting, Whittaker said this: "4 fights. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see, 4. I want 4 more. That's me. I see the stepping stones needed to do what I want to do. 4 fights gets me to that title shot. Gets me into a position to, finish on top. To have that fairy tale ending." Given that Whittaker is only 34, this could mean that the Grim Reaper might retire at 36 or 37, which might seem early to some, but it's important to remember Whittaker's been fighting since 2009, and he's been in a lot of wars. Of course, if he's decisively beaten in one of his next couple of fights, Whittaker could elect to retire early. Do you see Whittaker putting together another title shot run or winning the middleweight crown again? Paddy Pimblett releases Sean Strickland sparring footage. Paddy Pimblett is still in the US after being in attendance at UFC 317, and the baddie recently threw some hands lightly with Sean Strickland. If you saw 317, you know that Pimblett was cage-side when his rival Ilia Topuria put away Charles Oliveira to win the lightweight belt. He was also invited into the octagon for a face-off. More recently, the Liverpool Star's YouTube channel shared out the footage below, which captured Pimblett doing some sparring in Vegas with Strickland.
He was laughing at me saying, "How do you make 55? You might be anywhere near me weight when I fight, but at the minute it was nice getting around him with him, you know what I mean? As much as people say as well, he goes mad, he doesn't. He was nice and chilled with me there, didn't try and take me head off at all.
Oh, bro, he's a good guy. Oh, he's a big man, bro. He's a big tough guy.
Of course, if you follow Pimblett's UFC run, you know that the baddie has not been overly concerned about keeping his weight in the 155-pound range in between fights. Far from it. The video highlights this and also explains why Strickland said the following before sparring with Pimblett: "I don't really go with 155s, dude, but I don't know if you count as one." Paddy's weight aside, it remains to be seen who the rising star will fight next. On account of his one-sided stoppage victory over Michael Chandler in April, Pimblett has established himself as a top lightweight contender. Do you think he should get tapped to fight Topuria next, or should he have to record another notable win before he gets a title shot? Leon Edwards calls out Ian Gary next. Leon Edwards has not been booked for his next fight yet, but the former welterweight champion has made it clear that he has Ian Machado Gary in his sights. Edwards last competed this past March, when he was submitted by surging contender Sean Brady. That was the first time he competed since July 2024, when Edwards' reign as the champion came to a close, courtesy of the wrestling of Bilal Muhammad. While speaking to Sky Sports recently, the England-based fighter was asked who he wants to fight next, and Edwards called out Gary. That would be a good fight, definitely. That's the fight I've mentioned to the UFC. I think that would be a great fight to get back in there. So hopefully we can get that one done this year. On paper, there's a lot to love about the fight, since both men are excellent strikers and there would be a lot riding on the outcome. But given that Edwards has lost 2 straight and Gary is coming off a win over Carlos Prates, it'd be kind of surprising if Gary was on board with this, even though Edwards is currently ranked number 4 and Gary is number 6. Gary's been calling for a fight with Bilal Muhammad as a means to secure a title shot. But do you think that a scrap between Edwards and Gary could materialize? And who do you see winning it? Ilia Topuria says he would beat prime Conor McGregor. Now that Ilia Topuria has added the UFC's lightweight title to his trophy case, comparisons about him and Conor McGregor have never been more frequent. But if the two fought, who would have won if they squared off when McGregor was still in his prime? Well, according to El Matador, there's no question that he would have taken out the controversial star when he was sitting atop the UFC. Topuria was recently asked this question: who would win in a showdown between him and McGregor if they fought when the latter's powers were at their peak? Topuria said this: "Without a doubt, I'd beat McGregor. The sport evolves every year. It's constantly evolving. It's like comparing a football star from the 80s or 90s to today's game. Would they shine? Maybe, but I think there are better players now." It's worth noting that he's approximately 8 years younger than the 36-year-old McGregor, so a lot has changed in terms of training and knowledge since the notorious one was a UFC champion. But do you agree with Topuria? Do you think he would have beaten a prime McGregor? Of course, here in 2025, the chances of Topuria and McGregor fighting seem slim to none, as McGregor has not fought since 2021 and he continues to make headlines for all the wrong reasons. But there does seem to be some heat between the two. Case in point, during a dual bit stream last fall, McGregor issued this warning to Topuria: "I'd grab him by the scruff of the chest and slap the little nose off him. Yeah, little ding dong of a nose he is. I'm in Marbella, bro, at the bare knuckle. You little fool, I'll cave your head in. You little short tit, I'll box your jaw in, on sight." What if Topuria and McGregor were somehow booked to fight in 2026? Who do you see winning that fight? One man who faced McGregor in his prime was Eddie Alvarez, as McGregor's booming punches ended his reign as the UFC's lightweight champion in 2016. During a recent interview with MMA Junkie, Alvarez heaped praise on Topuria and what the star has accomplished already in his career. How hard is it just to beat those 3 guys in a row? Let's say he got 3 decisions against those guys. That would go down as damn. You beat 3 of the best guys in the world consecutively. To put them away? To eliminate them? A flawless victory like that? Each of them special. It's not yet known who Topuria will fight next, but at a recent press conference in Spain, Topuria proposed that the UFC book him to fight Paddy Pimblett and Islam Makhachev on the same night. Absolutely, for me, yes. If it were up to me, next Saturday, we'd have UFC Spain against Makhachev in the first round, and against Paddy in the second. That is quite the statement. Who do you want Topuria to fight next? Israel Adesanya turned down huge roles for UFC career. Israel Adesanya remains one of the biggest names in all of combat sports, but as it turns out, during his reign as the middleweight champion, the last stylebender turned down some massive opportunities to entrench himself as a household name. Although Adesanya is coming off 3 straight losses, it wasn't that long ago when the New Zealand-based fighter was ruling the middleweight division. In fact, in April 2023, the star recorded his greatest victory ever when he finally avenged his losses to Alex Pereira via jaw-dropping knockout. As it turns out, before Adesanya's first reign as a champ was ended by Pereira in November 2022, he turned down multiple movie roles to focus on his career. Adesanya revealed this in a recent video on his YouTube channel.
While I'm fighting, if I decide to take, I don't know, 3 months to go film a film, yeah, my up. So I just wanted to, while I was especially on top, you know, champion, defending my belt, I was like, nah, I want to do that. So I had the opportunity for Black Panther 2. Damn! So Creed 2 as well, that was another one that he directed.
And he wanted you in?
Yeah, and then I turned it down. But it's not because I didn't want to do it. I just knew I had to focus on the task at hand.
That just shows how dedicated Adesanya was to establishing himself as an all-time great and defeating Pereira, which ultimately he was able to do. Fast forward to today, and it's still not known who Adesanya will fight next. The 35-year-old has been driving for a rematch with Sean Strickland, but while talking to the media recently during the UFC's International Fight Week, he revealed that that's not going to happen. I want to, but he's busy at the moment with other stuff, so that's him. But we'll see. I'll pick a fight this weekend. Who do you want to see Adesanya fight next? Former UFC fighter arrested and charged. Longtime MMA fans likely remember tough Brazil vet Godofredo Pepe. After losing in the finale to Rony Jason, Pepe went on to compete in the UFC for several years, until his release in 2018 amid a 2-fight skid. Now, according to MMA Fighting, Pepe has been arrested in Florida on a slew of serious charges. According to the outlet, Pepe could wind up getting deported over the whole situation. His wife, who was the victim in this case, posted a lengthy message on social media in which she urged others to help shed light